You know that feeling, right? You're deep in a chat with an AI, you're on a roll, solving some huge problem, and then you close the tab. And just like that, all of that brilliant logic, all that context, it's just gone. It is so frustrating. Well, today we're going to dive into a project that wants to fix that for good by giving your AI a perfect and, this is the best part, a totally private memory.
I mean, this quote from the person who created MemPalace just says it all. It perfectly captures that absolute gut punch of a feeling. Every single decision, every debugging session, every little aha moment you have with your AI assistant, it can all just vanish.
And this is the sheer scale of the problem we're talking about. Over just 6 months of using an AI every day, that lost context can add up to 19.5 million tokens. And remember, that's not just a bunch of text. That's your thought process, your work, gone.
So yeah, this brings us right to the heart of the matter, what you could call AI amnesia. We are now doing some of our most important, most critical work inside these AI conversations, but the tools themselves, they're designed to forget.
And this is exactly it. The why behind a decision, all the failed ideas that led to the right one, the trade-offs you debated, all that gold is trapped in chat windows that are designed to be temporary. We're basically building castles on sand.
So how in the world do you solve such a modern problem? Well, interestingly, the creators of MemPalace looked way back into the past for a solution that's as elegant as it is old.
That's right, the memory palace. It's an incredible technique. Ancient Greek speakers would mentally place different parts of their speech in different rooms of a building they knew really well, like their own house. And then, to remember the speech, they just take a mental stroll through the building. It's an absolutely brilliant way to structure information.
Okay, so this is the absolute key. Instead of trying to get an AI to guess what's important and summarize it, which, always loses something, the whole philosophy here is different. You store everything, every single word. The real magic isn't in shrinking the data, it's in the structure that lets you find anything instantly.
All right, so let's take a quick walk through this digital memory palace. You're going to see just how smart this organization system really is. It's so logical. It all starts in a wing, which could be a big project or maybe all your conversations with a specific person. Inside that wing are rooms for different topics, like database design or user feedback. Then in each room, there's a closet with a super fast summary that points you to the drawer. And in that drawer is the original untouched conversation. Nothing is ever lost.
Now here's where it gets really clever. You've got halls that link related topics inside the same project. That's cool. But then you have tunnels, and these are the superpower. Tunnels connect the same topic, let's say authentication, across all of your different projects and people. It creates this incredible interconnected web of your own knowledge.
And get this is not just a neat way to file things. Just having this palace structure all by itself gives you a massive 34% boost in how fast and accurately you can find information. The structure is the feature. It's like giving your AI a perfect map to your brain.
Okay, so the structure is brilliant. But to make this whole thing run at light speed, MemPalace has a secret weapon. It's a kind of secret language built just for AIs.
It's called AAK, and the best way to think about it is like a super condensed shorthand that's not meant for you or me to read. It's for any large language model to understand instantly. And because it's just plain text, it works with anything. Claude, GPT, Llama, you name it. No special tools required.
I mean, just look at this comparison. On the left, you've got this rich, detailed paragraph, 1,000 tokens of pure thought. On the right, compressed into AAA, it's the exact same knowledge, the exact same nuance, but it's only 120 tokens. It's just hyper-condensed for the machine.
Yeah, we're talking about up to 30 times compression, on average. And the most important part? Absolutely zero information is lost. What this actually means is that your AI can load months of context in the blink of an eye. Think about the time and the money that saves on API calls.
Okay, so the ideas are really cool, but let's talk about the proof. Because the hard data on what this thing can do, both in performance and cost, is really what makes it a total game changer.
This is just wild. If you rely on the old way, using standard LLM summaries to try and remember your work, you could be spending over $500 a year. With MemPalace, where you're just searching on demand, that cost completely nosedives to about $10. That is a 98% drop in cost. It's incredible.
And here's the kicker. It's not just way cheaper, it's actually better. On this standard industry benchmark for memory recall, MemPalace hits a perfect 100% score. It's just flat out outperforming the competition.
And this table just puts it all in one place.
Look at this. MemPalace gets the top scores. Even the raw version with no extra LLM help gets a 96.6%. But now look at the last two columns. It doesn't need some external API to work. And it's completely free and open source. Better performance, for free.
So what happens when you smash together this ancient idea for structure with cutting-edge compression and a local-first design? Well, you get exactly what we were promised, a truly perfect, personal, and private memory for your AI.
So let's just recap the whole deal. What do you actually get? You get perfect recall of everything. You get total privacy. Nothing ever leaves your computer. It works with any model you want to use, and it's free. It even opens the door to creating these powerful specialist agents, like an AI that becomes an expert only on your code reviews, or another one that tracks every design decision you've ever made.
And really, that's the question to leave with. This isn't just about saving time or money. It's about unlocking something totally new. What kinds of apps could you build? What level of productivity could you reach? What creative breakthroughs become possible when your AI partner has a perfect, persistent memory of every single idea you've ever explored together?